there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today, anything I say is alleged and in my personal opinion. So I'm doing something a little different. I really haven't talked much politics on this channel by design, but I wanted to give my quick thoughts on the election. And I wanted to also provide a space for next steps, for healing, for moving forward, and all of these things, you guys. Because I feel, you know, we can be upset, we can be angry, we can cry, we can be all of these things, but ultimately now is the time for action. So, I was watching a little bit of the results last night, and I started to see some of the wide margin the popular vote was going. I knew my state was going to be a red state no matter what. I knew my state's, we already know what's going on in some of these red states, right? We already know some of the laws, some of the things that they're trying to get passed and everything else. So nothing is shocking to me, you guys. And nothing, surprising, but shocking, no, right? I think I'm more surprised at how wide the margin is of, the difference in the millions of votes. I think, we can do a coulda, woulda, shoulda. I've heard some people said that Biden dropped out too late. I've heard some people say that people just don't want to elect a woman, let alone a black woman. I've heard it all. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, people are going to go against their own interests to be closer to what they believe is the American dream. And that's the bottom line. People are going to vote against their personal, whatever is going to benefit them, because they feel if they're going to prevent somebody else that they do not want to be on the same level as them or to succeed as them, they'll vote against their own interests. So, for me, I'm going to move the same way I moved the last time Trump was elected. And number one, that is having plans, having a financial plan, having health plans, having money saved, preparing for a rainy day right now, making sure you guys are getting all of your doctor's appointments in by the end of the year. Now is not the time to sulk. Now is the time to plan. Now is the time to gather all of your receipts, gather all of your information, gather any projects that you're working on, be on, top of whatever additional goals and aspirations and things that you have, because now is the time to put those plans into motion, you guys. So that you're not, whatever happens after inauguration in 2025, whatever happens, you are prepared. And you're not spending the rest of the year sulking and being upset, checking Twitter, getting gaslit and all these things. No. Like I said, have your receipts, continue to fact check, because it is going to be a bloodbath, you guys. But also, what's also important is paying attention to what is taking place in your states, you guys. I know on my ballot, and I said this in another video, there were so many judges and councilmen and women that had nobody that they were even running against. And I saw that for like 9 or 10 positions, you guys. And it was like after, there's a running mate for, senator and governor and everything else. Everything else was just like, hey, nobody's running against me. Nobody's going to challenge me. And the reason that is a huge
thing is because these are the people in your districts, in your counties, in your cities that are also making decisions that are also going to impact your livelihood. And if you do not even have people at the local level, and you're not even partaking in the midterm elections, or you just chose not to vote at all, or you wrote in somebody's name this time, or whatever, it's not. We're beyond who's going to be president. You got to look within your own state right now of some things that are about to happen, of some laws and some things that they want to take away before we even talk about what is about to happen, where we have an entire Congress, electoral college, everything is going to go for a certain party, and they're going to do whatever they want to do. And even if they don't like 45, they have all positioned themselves to know that, hey, whether he lasts this term or not, we're setting ourselves up for the future. We're setting ourselves up to continue to run things. There's so many things people missed this election, whether it was a particular issue in particular, if you were just a one issue person, whether it was Gaza, whether it was the migrant crisis, whatever it was, right? If that was your one issue and you felt neither candidate didn't really, tell you what you wanted to hear or whatever, you were just like, oh, I'm not going to vote, or I'm going to vote for who I believe is the least of two evils, or whatever, right? This was not the election to do that, you guys. This was not the election to, play games, you guys. But nonetheless, we can't change what happened. There may or may not be, some other stuff going on. I think I saw in both Wisconsin and in Pennsylvania, there are some issues with the mail-in votes. There's some issues of some votes that need to be recounted. I don't know how many, votes we're talking about. But even with that being said, you guys, America has sent a message once again that they want things a certain way. And some of these people that you think are your allies, some of these people that you think are going to stand 10 toes down with you, they decided when they got in that booth yesterday that they were going to vote the way that they felt that they needed to vote. And that was what they felt was going to not be in alignment with you. So you have to ask yourself at this point, how are you going to move from here? How are you going to conduct yourself from here? But what I told myself is I'm not going to let no election ruin my joy, ruin my peace, ruin what I've got going on. If anything, it's going to make me grind harder. It's going to make me work harder. It's going to make me even more smarter about how I move and how I handle things. And that is what needs to be taken away from this, you guys. Not doom and gloom, not woe is me. Get out whatever you need to get out as far as your feelings. Connect with your loved ones. Connect with like-minded people. But now is the time to get it together, you guys. Now is the time to get it together because, again, you don't know what is going to happen. We've heard rumors of what Project 2025 is going to look like and some things that, the new administration wants to do. But ultimately, before we even get there, you have to take care of yourself now. And you have to take care of yourself leading up to when the new regime takes over. So that way, there's no shock value. There's no, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. No. Those of us who knew this from the start voted a certain way. But I'm not responsible for anybody else but my own vote. I'm only responsible for the people that are close to me, my family, my friends, and everybody else who share similar beliefs and values and things as myself. But I can't assume that a coworker, a colleague, a neighbor, a stranger in my town or whomever, I can't just assume that they're all aligned with me. Especially when I live in a place where there were huge signs for 45. All over. There were some for Kamala, but primarily there was tons of signs for 45. So I knew, as far as my state was out of the running, even though previously they've considered my state, ones who decides elections or whatever else. But nonetheless, I already knew what time it was. So for me, I turned off the coverage early. I was listening to Urban View. Because that is a place of solace for me. That is a place of serenity for me. And then after that, I was gonna, I think, watch, something else, watch a show or something. But then I crashed out. I fell asleep. And then I think I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning and saw what the result was looking like. And I went right back to bed. Listen. Everybody at the end of the day is going to move how they're going to move, right? And for some people, they feel that they made the right decision. Although some of them don't know what's about to happen. And don't want to know the magnitude of the decision that they just made. That is going to impact generations to come. But nonetheless, you guys, you cannot let this ruin your spirit. You cannot let this get you down. You cannot let this stop you from working, putting in the work, and making plans to move forward and succeed. And that's the bottom line. Don't be consumed and trying to figure out, get all worked up because the media is going to do what the media is going to do for clicks and views, for ratings and everything else. They want you riled up. They want you upset. They want you to feel a certain way. They want you to riot. They want you to do all these things. But now is the time to plan, have your receipts, save your money, and get it together. And go finish out your doctor's appointments this year. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.